Hello everyone, my name is Ohakade and today we are doing our first JYJ marathon. The songs we're going to be checking out are Creation live, Baboboy studio version plus Fancams, A Girl live at LA Showcase, and Backseat live from the Return of the King DVD. These songs are a mixture of requests from my patrons and my own selections. If you would also like to get guaranteed requests, the link to my Patreon is in the description. There is also a link to an extended version of this marathon in the description, which will contain any reactions that get blocked. Without further ado, let's dive into this first song, which is Creation, live from the Return of the King. This was a special request by Zara. Thank you so much, Zara. Let's get right into it.
Have you looked in the sky? 열지 못한 새로운 눈으로 대면한 적도 없던 내가 바란 새로운 세계로 We're running without motion 그 시간 뒤로 하루 마감할 때 We're fighting without reason 나의 혁명은 시작된 거야 In this life and far across the ocean 부실 수가 없는 거여도 돼 눈앞에 빛이 펼쳐졌어 여기 voice space my choice 다 지나간 흔적의 충돌을
Okay, so what we have here is a fairly straightforward pop ballad. It uses a very common chord progression, and I just double checked to see what this chord progression is called, and it's the 6-4-1-5 chord progression. So if you Google 6-4-1-5 chord progression, you'll find a lot of songs that have this exact sound, this exact vibe, and that's because it's a very commercially appealing sound because it is wrought with emotion and epicness. Personally, I'm a big fan of it myself, but it is a little bit overused. It's actually very overused. So for that reason, this song is not hitting me super hard because it's so predictable to me. I know exactly what it's going for. I've heard many songs like it before. So the vocal melodies and everything I'm not very entranced by, but I am very much appreciative, as always, of their vocals. Jae-joong is standing out a lot to me in this song. I really liked his first verse there. I thought he had a really good low resonance especially. The pre-chorus was kind of cute. There was a little bit of a rhythmic switch up there. But overall, this song is very safe, a little bit uninteresting to me personally, although I do understand the appeal that there is a certain emotion attached to this song. Visually, they look great, although I think the lighting is not doing them justice. Their faces are a little bit hidden, although it is possible that that's intentional. Well, I'm just going to go back a little bit there, and let's keep it going.
불안전 불씨를 돌아가볼래 사라져 가겠지 이 시간 뒤로 해를 마감할 때 눈 감아 꿈을 꿀 때 너의 혁명은 시작된 거야 부실 수가 없는 벽여도 돼 눈앞에 빛이 펼쳐졌어 여기 voice space my choice 다 지나가 흔적의 충돌을 나를 감싼 날개가 너를 보아 어둠 가르며
Yeah, again, Jae-joong with the vocals. Beautiful high belted note there from him. I reacted to Sixth Magnitude Star with him and Junsu recently, and it's that type of vocal that I was missing from him in that performance. So it is lovely to hear that beautiful passion and technique that he's known for here. Again, unfortunately, the song itself is not hitting me. Of course, I am enjoying their vocals a lot, as I just expressed, with the appreciation for jae-joong. But this song, I really have no other notes for. There are some pretty vocal melodies here and there, and I guess I appreciated how the second verse was a sort of a spoken word part by Yuchun, I believe. A nice little difference there from the first verse. But other than that, this song wouldn't really be up my alley, as it's just kind of average and unremarkable. But let's go back there to the transition into the bridge. I am predicting that there will be some epic vocals in the final chorus to tie this up, and I'm excited for that.
나를 감싼 천사의 날개여 내 기적의 새 표정을 영원히 가두어 In this life and follow across the ocean 부실 수가 없는 여겨도 돼 눈앞에 빛이 펼쳐졌어 여기 보는 space my choice 다 지나가 흔적의 충돌이
Okay, yeah, as I predicted, there was lots of epic high notes there at the end, great ad-libs, good passion and emotion put into the song by the performers. I actually really enjoyed the bridge. I thought the bridge was beautifully composed and performed. It had a good bit of drama to it. It was probably my favorite part of the song, the bridge. Junsu had some standout vocal moments there too. All in all, this was a really solid performance. Flawless performance, in fact. Perhaps the lighting, again, could have been better, as I would like to see them more, although I do like how the shadows highlighted jae-joong's abs there. That was pretty cool. So yeah, just to summarize, beautiful vocals. The guys looked amazing on stage. Would like for there to have been better lighting. The song itself, not really to my taste, but I totally understand the appeal, and I suppose it was a good foundation for them to lay their powerful vocals on top of. And the crowd loved it, so that's always good. Okay, let's check out the lyrics. Have you looked in the sky with new eyes that weren't open before? I've never faced it before, the world that makes me look small. We're running, running, running without notion. When the day ends after the time passes, we're fighting, fighting, fighting without reason. My revolution will start. In this life and far across the ocean, there can be an unbreakable wall. The light has spread before our eyes. Voice, faith, my choice. There's no reason to take out the clashing traces of the past. I honestly can't really figure out what these lyrics could be about. The song is called Creation. There is a mention of faith in the chorus, so there could be a religious aspect to this. There's also the theme of fighting, a revolution, the clashing traces of the past. I'm getting just sort of a general sense of let's stop fighting with each other, let's aim for peace, maybe. Like there's, you know, the revolution, let's stop war. It could be sort of a political message, maybe something to do with the war with North Korea, potentially. I'm just throwing out guesses. Yeah, just a general sense of looking for peace. The title Creation confuses me a bit, but let's keep reading and see what else we can figure out. You may be afraid doom is heading our way. You are scared of the unsafe belief. It will disappear when the day ends after the time passes. When you close your eyes and dream, your revolution has started. Sorry, you are scared of the unsafe disbelief. You're scared of the unsafe disbelief. It could be that this translation isn't great. The reference to doom could be a sort of, you know, the reckoning, the rapture. When you close your eyes and dream, your revolution has started. Very vague. I cannot for the life of me figure out what this song is about. These are not very specific lyrics. Wings that have embraced me, gather your passion, split through the darkness and go past this time. After spending energy and being twisted in pain, my miracle is hidden inside, that's my creation. The angel's wings that have embraced me, I will forever place the new trace of my miracle. There is no reason for it, there's no reason for it, there's no reason for it. I cannot figure out what this song is about. The only thing that I can possibly guess is that there's some sort of religious aspect to this that I can't figure out. I'm willing to bet that whoever wrote this was really aiming for sort of pseudo deep lyrics to sort of enhance the atmosphere evoked by the 6-4-1-5 chord progression. So while the lyrics might sound deep, they're really not. And that is, of course, a terrible accusation for me to make, but that's just honestly what I get from it. So because of the apparent pretentiousness of the lyrics and because of the overall commercial and safe sound of the song, this song is really not one of my favorites by JYJ. It could be my least favorite song ever, and it's just my opinion, just my taste. You know, I'm a fan of this group and I value their work very highly, so I do hold them to a high standard. This song just didn't quite meet my expectations. Okay, we're gonna move on to Baboboy. Very cool looks here visually. So this is the studio version of this song, and then we're gonna check out two different fan cams. One is gonna be wide and the other is going to be more focused on Junsu specifically. So this song in particular was a special request by an anonymous patron. Thank you so much. Let's get right into Baboboy.
Try and try 들어봐 속고 있는 일 If I ain't got you 의미가 없어 all the time I don't know where I belong 때론 의미를 때도 있어 I belong to you 네가 없다면 미칠 거야 믿고 세상 거리 가짜여도 괜찮아 내 사랑이 그저 배신하진 않게 어딨니 내가 저 레시피 준비하고 있니 바보같이 미친 사랑이 다 속아줄게 들어와 그냥 여자 멜로디 좀 더 에너지 뿜어줄 수 있니 그래야 속을 수 있지 난 그래 바보 같을 수 있어도 이게 남자야 Anybody home?
I'm just gonna let that play a little bit more there.
Get out of my sight. 어디까지가 믿어도 되는지 어디까지 다 믿어야 하는지 노력하고.
This song is more my thing. We have a very 90s R&B feel to this song. We have that sort of whistling synth sound in the background, very 90s R&B. Very feel good, nice boppy rhythm you can groove along to. There's nice production on this track, very smooth sound overall. Their vocals are on point. I quite enjoy Junsu's verse. The chorus melody could be better, I think. I think this song had potential to have a bit of a catchier chorus, but the vocals are very strong. And I think it's just amusing that Yuchan had another spoken word part right after the chorus there, similar to the formula in the last song. Pretty interesting. Yeah, I'm a fan of the energy of this song. Let's keep it going.
Try and try, boyfriend, but she's my name. 내가 없다면 후회만 날걸 all the time. 믿고 세상 거리 가짜여도 괜찮아. 맺던 내 사랑이.
Actually, the pre-chorus in the song is really pretty. I just want to hear it again.
믿고 세상 거리 혼자여도 괜찮아 맺던 내 사랑이.
Yeah, the vocals are kind of coming in on the offbeat, getting a sort of syncopated feeling. That's really beautiful, and just the combination of the harmonies is really lovely.
그저 배신하진 않게 어딨니 내가 준 레시피 준비하고 있니 바보같이 미친 사랑이 제 속아줄게 들어와 그냥 여자 멜로디 좀 더 에너지 뿜어줄 수 있니 그래야 속을 수 있지 난 그래 바보 같을 수 있어도 이게 남자야 너의 멋진 plan 기가 막힌 날 알아도 못 본 척하지 너의 멋진 plan 기가 막힌 날 남자니까 넘어가지 가슴을 두드리며 참고 있어 어쨌든 내 여자니까 Free time 정해두지 않았어 내버려둬 믿고 있어 yeah. 사랑의 노예라고 이런 거야 남자 울게 되는 게 Free time 울지 못해 웃는 게 이런 게 다 남자니까 미친 거 아니니 좀 last spirit 준비해 going in 웃지마 좋아해 자 속아줄게 들어와 그냥 호흡 멜로디 조금 더 에너지 뿜어줄 수 있니 그래야 속을 수 있지 바보 같을 수 이게 남자야 너의 멋진 plan 알아도 못 본 척하지 너의 멋진 plan 기가 막힌 life 남자니까 넘어가지.
Wow, okay. That song really turned it up, and I love that. What a really great bridge that was. That might be one of the best bridges I've ever heard from them. I just love how the intensity was really ramped up in that bridge, the emotion in their vocal performances, leading into those amazing ad-libs for the final chorus. And just the way the ad-libs were incorporated with the final chorus kind of made me understand the flow of the chorus a little bit better in the context of the whole song. So the chorus has grown on me a bit, especially when paired with those ad-libs that they did. And there's a great energy to this song. Really kind of hypes me up personally. So this is definitely a standout song from them. I'm a fan. I like to think I can tell jae-joong's voice and Junsu's voice apart. Yoo-chun, I guess, isn't doing a whole lot of vocal standout moments in these songs that I can tell. But it seems to me that jae-joong is really dominating these songs in terms of the line distribution. Like a lot of those ad-libs at the end sounded like him, and I know Junsu did do some. I could pinpoint him as well, but a lot of it sounded like jae-joong. But please correct me if I'm wrong there. I'm just gonna listen to that bridge again just to get a sense of what's going on here.
가슴을 두드리며 참고 있어 어쨌든 내 여자니까 Free time
I just love that dun dun dun. Good dynamic rhythm there. Like a nice change from the rest of the song, which is the whole point of a good bridge, to really kind of stand out in its own way.
울지 못해 웃는 게 이런 게 다 남자니까 미친 거 아니니 좀 last spirit 준비해 going in 웃지마 좋아.
Okay, that long extended note was actually Junsu, right? I hope I get that right. That really high, baby, that sounded like jae-joong. A very strong song, really enjoy this one. Okay, let's move into the fan cam. This is a wide shot. Let's see what we have going on here visually.
네가 없다면 미칠 거야.
I quite like this performance so far. The vocals are on point. The choreo is pretty good actually. It's a little bit loose. It's not sloppy, but it does have a loose sort of casual feeling to it, which I think fits with the song's energy very well. Even the backup dancers, they don't seem super focused on nailing all the parts necessarily. It seems very loose, very casual, but it seems like everyone is quite relaxed and having a good time. So this is really cute. Nice vocal moment from Yuchon there, standing out a bit. Junsu killing these parts in the bridge. I am noticing that Yuchon is taking a lot of the main chorus vocals, potentially so that the other two can save their voice for the final ad-libs at the end is what I'm assuming. I want to see who did that baby part, because that's the part that I'm interested in. It was jae-joong, I got that right. Yeah, Junsu's vocals are insanely crisp and clear, as well as jae-joong. They're both really killing this. Amazing. Great performance. The choreo was totally fitting with the performance. I am a fan of this song. Definitely one of my favorite JYJ songs for sure. Now this is the final fan cam for the song, which is sort of a focus on Junsu. So let's check this out. Throwing in some sexy moves there, why not? The audio in this one is very rough, but in terms of the visuals, it looks like everyone is enjoying themselves even more in this performance. It could just be the camera angle, but even the backup dancers seem a little tighter than the previous performance. Oh my god, I know this Fancam is focused on Junsu, but jae-joong looks so good in this Fancam too. He looks unreal. But of course, Junsu's charisma, his smiling and his dance moves look like he's having a great time, even more so than in the previous Fancam. I must apologize for the audio quality of this one. It's actually hurting my ears. So I might try to turn down the volume of this in post editing. The audio is very harsh, which makes it a little hard to focus. As like I'm trying to pull it off of my ear here on the side because there's a terrible wind effect. He's very fun to watch. I can't really make out any of the audio, but just watching him enjoy himself is very fun. Yeah, no, I definitely like. I feel like I'm not imagining it, but his whole demeanor and spirit in this performance was much more vibrant than the previous one. And I already thought that the previous performance was really good, really solid. But in this one, he was just on something else. Totally feeling it, totally in the moment. Happy to be there, happy to be performing. Unfortunately, the audio was so rough that I couldn't really make out his vocals. In fact, I was doing my best to not listen to the audio because my ears were were actually hurting. But visually, he was very fun to watch. You know, it could also be his attire. His attire here is much more comfortable, I would imagine, and relaxed than if he was trying to move around in a suit. Could be an element of that to it, but also the backup dancers seemed more on point here. Maybe it was the temperature in the venue. That could be a big factor too, where everyone was more cool, chilled out, and happy to just dance and enjoy themselves. Cool. I love this song. These performances were fun. Let's check out the lyrics. I'm trying, try and try. Listen to how I'm being deceived. If I ain't got you, there's no meaning all the time. I don't know where I belong. Sometimes there are times when it's hard. I belong to you. I'll go crazy without you. The world I believe in. It's alright, even if it's fake. My love that I believe in, I just hope you won't betray me. This song is either expressing a desire, not a desire, but an anxiety about losing someone, or expressing sadness that this person that they love has already been lost. It says, the world I believe in, it's alright even if it's fake. It's like they're kind of tricking themselves into believing that this love is salvageable, even if it's not. I'm curious about the title of the song. Again, a Baboboy. Not sure what that means. My guess is that it's gibberish. I've noticed this a lot in English titles from Korean artists, is that there's a certain thing that's lost in translation, with the syntax and the grammar, which is of course natural for an artist who is sort of singing a song that's not in their native language. But you know, Baboboy, that sort of, I guess, nonsensical wordplay is very common in like K-pop song titles. Another one that springs to mind immediately is Jopping by Super M. You know, it doesn't really mean anything. It's sort of a bunch of, you know, Roman letters strewn together. And that's sort of what I'm getting from this song title. Let's keep reading and see if there's any clues to the song title in the rest of these lyrics. Where are you right now? Are you preparing a recipe to have me? Are you preparing a recipe to have me? That must be a weird translation. That can't be really what that translates to. Okay. Like a fool, I have this crazy love. I'll be deceived for you. Come in. A parody of the typical girl. Can you give off some more energy? That way I can be deceived. I may seem like a fool, but that's being a man. Yeah, I think even though some of this translation is kind of weird, it is sort of giving off the story of a guy who is hopelessly in love with someone who is deceitful and not deserving of their love. You know, an infatuation with the wrong person. An unrequited crush, really. Hello, beautiful. Is anybody home? Get out of my sight. That's an immediate 180 there between those two lines. You don't know me. Until where can I believe? Until where should I believe? I'm trying. Boyfriend, which is my name. If I'm not here, you'll regret it all the time. Your grand plan, an unbelievable lie. I know, but I pretend I don't. And your grand play, an unbelievable rhyme. I'll overlook it because I'm a man. I'll overlook it because I'm a man. I'm pounding on my heart as I hold it in. Anyway, because you're my girl, 3 times, I didn't decide yet. I'll leave you alone. I trust you. My attempt to make sense of these lyrics is starting to go out the window a little bit. I don't blame the original lyricist necessarily, but I do blame this translation, because I trust you is the complete opposite of the sentiment that I was getting before. It says, because you're my girl, I'll leave you alone. I trust you. It's like I won't bother you anymore about my insecurities. Maybe I'll decide to trust you. Maybe that's what it means. Next line. This is what being a slave to love is about. Yeah, okay. A man can only cry 3 times. Smiling because you can't cry is being a man. Okay. I'm starting to get this more. Are you crazy? Are you preparing a rising rock spirit? Don't ask. How much did you live? I'll be deceived for you. Come in. A parody of a typical hugu. I don't know what haugu or hugu means. I may seem like a fool, but that's being a man. Okay. I'm getting a better picture of what this song is getting at. It's sort of about the stoicism that's expected from men typically. It's about an inability for him to express his frustrations or what he wants in the relationship, because he's a man and he's expected to play cool and bury his emotions and be strong, quote unquote. But in the meantime, his partner is taking advantage of that, deceiving him and using his inability to express his emotions against him. That's sort of what I'm getting from the song. If that is actually what it means, I think that's a pretty cool and original take on like romantic song lyrics. It's a unique story, so I appreciate that. It's just a little hard to tell if that really is what the song means, but the more that I read the lyrics, the more that certain lines like I'll leave you alone, I trust you means. It's like he's deciding to trust this person because he doesn't have the strength to really stand up for himself. He thinks that being a man is really letting his partner run the show, when in fact he needs to speak up for his own emotions and desires. Very interesting. I quite like that. So I'm a big fan of Baboboy overall. Good song, good lyrics. It looks like they enjoy performing it. Solid stuff. Okay, now we're moving on to a fan cam of a song called A Girl. This was a request by an anonymous patron. Thank you so much. This will be interesting to hear a song for the first time from the perspective of a fan cam. Let's see what we can make out. I do hope the audio is decent here, but let's see. This song is from their full English album, The Beginning. Let's see. Okay, let's move on to the final song, which is Backseat, again from the Return of the King DVD. I included this song at my own discretion. I decided to see what the most popular JYJ song is on Spotify, and this was it. And I'll be interested to see how the quote unquote most popular JYJ song stacks up against the other tracks we've had in this marathon so far. So let's jump right into it.
Right, girl. Don't be afraid of it. I'm gonna put you on the back seat. Hear this. Alright girl, you don't have to be afraid now. Yeah, yeah. 바람 부드럽게 내 얼을 감싸줘. 입술로는 달콤하게 귓가에 속삭여줘. 부끄러워하지 말고 alright girl. Wanna touch your body all night. 더 원하고 있잖아. 날 믿잖아. 내 느낌으로 따라와. Put you on my backseat, backseat, backseat. Oh, oh. 이게 부르는 말은 더 you don't have to fight. 부끄러워하지 마. Put you on my backseat, backseat, backseat. 난 나의 스카이를 on my backseat. 긴장을 조금 늦춰봐. That is why.
I quite like the fun rhythm that they played around with the kick drum. Junsu's vocals matching up with it perfectly. I did need to hear it again. I think that part would have been a bit more tight and apparent in the studio version and I would have picked up on it quicker, but I think they performed it as tightly as possible as they could in this live performance and I just thought that was a really cool moment.
너의 시간 너와 내 숨소리가 가득한 이밤 어떤 말도 지금 필요 없잖아 어떤 것도 우릴 멈출 순 없어 Don't you know that this is all about 원하고 있잖아
That was actually quite a nice verse from Yuchon there. Very cool.
있잖아 내 느낌으로 따라와 Put you on my backseat 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 Oh, oh. 이게 부르는 말은 더 you don't have to fight 부끄러워하지 마 Put you on my backseat 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 난 나의 스카이를 on my backseat 작은 이 숨소리 단 하나도 내 것을
This song is very quickly growing on me. It could actually be my favorite out of this marathon. It's a very catchy song, very appealing. The snobby composer in me is getting beaten down by the simplicity and catchiness of this track. So everything is working. The choreo, the vocal melodies, the vocal performances, it's all looking good. The one thing that isn't working for me at this very moment, and it's only dawning on me now, is that I don't know why this group are so insistent on wearing suits for their live performances or suit adjacent outfits, if that makes sense. There's a distinct lack of creativity, visual creativity, when it comes to their outfits and the costume designs in their shows. Is that part of their brand or something? I don't see why that should be the case. Of course, I think there's a time and place for like a suit on stage. It looks very sophisticated and snazzy, of course, but their live shows are lacking a certain visual interest to me, both in terms of lighting and outfits. And I actually would say that even goes for the TVXQ songs I've reacted to live. It's always a very straightforward, simple outfit, either like an all-white thing or a suit type outfit. You might say, well, that's just to not detract from their vocals or the music. They want to keep it simple, and I do understand that, but for a pop act, I do think there needs to be more of a spectacle. I don't think it hurts necessarily. Or does it? I don't know. Because I did bring up the point where potentially these suits restrict them a little bit on stage. The one performance that I didn't see a sort of suit type thing was the fan cam of Junsu performing Baboboy, where he was in more of a like a tank top and he was looking way more free and enjoying himself. But even that outfit was very bland and unimaginative. So I'm not sure what the deal with that is. I think visually this group could do with more compelling visuals in the live show. To be fair, I don't think I've ever seen one of their music videos. I think the most compelling visuals I've seen from TVXQ or JYJ or anything is from Junsu's solo song Flower, the MV there, where there was so many cool looks and colors. I do think that's the only thing missing from their live shows. Something visually is just not clicking or hitting super hard. But this song slaps. I really like it.
Backseat, backseat, backseat. 너만 스카이로 잘생긴 숨소리가 나도 내 것으로 만들래. 뻔한 사람들과 좀 더 다른 우리 둘을 봐. 마지막 하나 남은 느낌까지 가져가. Baby, this is all I want. 너와 난 이대로 원하고 있잖아.
Right. Get it on, girl. Put you on my back seat. Next is back seat. Come on.
Great performance and more dulcet tones there. Spoken word apart from Yuchun, his signature thing that I'm noticing in this group. I thought the bridge in the song was really powerful. The climax of the song, the final chorus, was way more huge than I expected. The feeling of it sounded really lovely. There might have been some extra strings or something incorporated there. Yeah, there's a nice string melody to really enhance the size, the largeness of the final chorus. I want to see if that string was in the earlier choruses. Yeah, no, I'm not hearing it in the earlier choruses. So that was a really cool touch to the final chorus. I love that idea of developing a song, adding to it to help us feel like we are going somewhere. So that was a beautiful touch to the final chorus. I honestly think this is a really great song. I really like the final performance, and I loved the visual of the car and the incorporating of like the driving motions in the choreo. It all fit. The only thing it was missing is more appropriate costumes for the song. Like with the theme of cars and driving, like can you imagine the amount of cool stuff that they could be wearing? Okay, so the song slaps. This song is tied with Baboboy as my favorite of this marathon. Musically, let's see what the lyrics are like. Alright girl, don't be afraid of it. I'm gonna put you on my backseat. Hear this, come a little closer. I smell something good. Take off your seatbelt. Lean on my shoulder, don't be nervous. Alright girl, you don't have to be afraid now. Yeah, I can see where this is going. Softly with your arms, wrap them around my waist. Sweetly with your lips, whisper in my ear, don't be shy. When I touch your body all night, you want it more, you trust me. Follow along with me. Put you on my backseat. Let your feelings go, you don't have to fight. Don't be shy. Put you on my backseat. It's basically about getting it on in the backseat of a car. Fun, you know, hot, somewhat romantic in its own way, you know, appeals to a certain fantasy, leaves a little bit to the imagination, just the location of it. Pretty neat. Now let's get it on my backseat. Slow down your nervous feelings. This is what I'm looking for now. This awkward feeling, time's up. The moment it stops, it's time to speak our own language. This night is filled with sounds of us breathing. No words are needed right now. Nothing can stop us. Don't you know that this is all about? You want it more, you trust me, follow along with me. Even the smallest sound of your breath, I want to make it mine. Look at us, we're different from the typical love story. I like that. Perhaps just saying that the lust we have for each other is more so than most loves. A daring statement indeed. Take away even the last feeling. You and I want each other as it is. You want it more, you trust me. The mood is right. You can get it on, girl. I can put you in my backseat. You know what next is backseat. Okay, yeah. Simple. Yeah, the song is about what I thought it was going to be about. Nothing wrong with that. Pretty clear meaning and theme. And I think that the lyrics fit with the overall sexy and emotional vibe of the music. I think the lyrics, fit with a nice climax at the end of the music, alluding to something there potentially. Pretty cool. I like this song a lot. Very strong. Okay, that about wraps up my analysis of these songs for the first JYJ marathon. I hope you guys had fun. Again, for the reactions that were missing in this video, you can watch them in the extended reaction on my Patreon. Link is in the description. Please let me know what other JYJ songs you would like to hear my thoughts on. Again, for guaranteed reactions, be sure to become a patron or purchase a reaction from my shop. Links are in the description too. Yeah, that's about it from me for today. Again, my name is Ohakade. I'm a composer. You can find a link to my own band, Valkada, also in the description. Please like, subscribe, comment, hit the notification bell, and I'll talk to you again soon. Thanks so much and take care.